The Sharks have a struggle in 70 seconds in the middle frame. The good news is they didn't blow a third period lead, mainly because they didn't have one. We'll break this one down. We'll get you into the Christmas spirit. And of course, we have a birthday to celebrate right now here on Teal Town After Dark. Good evening and happy holidays. It is December 23rd, 2024, and the Vancouver Canucks take down the San Jose Sharks by a score of 4-3.
Vancouver. Did somebody say Vancouver? Did somebody say Vancouver?
I said it only once. Calm your crap down right now. Jeez. Welcome to Teal Town After Dark. This is your live interactive Sharks post game. We do this after every game, so if you want to be part of the show, chat with us and fellow hockey fans all over the world and in Sharks territory on the YouTube page or the app if you're watching us live. If you're watching the replay, leave a comment down below on what you thought of this game tonight. And of course, give us a thumbs up as well as you're coming in and leaving out. It'd be greatly appreciated. You can always check us out on the social with the gifting. Thanks to Felix on YouTube. Let's try it again. The gifting's on Blue Sky, Twitter, and Threads. I almost said X for some weird reason. And if you want to support the pod, and we're going to give you a reason why a little bit later.
Oh, Lord.
You can hit us up right now on a super chat donation, or also on Venmo at Teal Town USA. And with that, I say hello to these three. Me counting as one of them. Can we start over? I mean,
No.
I feel like this is like about a minute 10 in, kind of like the
2
Sharks. And well, okay, 2 minutes. So a little bit longer than the Sharks allowed 3 goals in the second period. I mean, dear Lord, it's Landi, it's Jules, it's Puckguy. Landi, how are you, bud? Happy holidays, my friend.
It's the golden trifecta.
You betcha. And it is the birthday girl, Jules. How are you?
Please
Happy
take that.
birthday.
I can actually change this myself. Thank God I can change that myself. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. All right. So here's the deal, because we're going to have some fun tonight. And we want to thank Jules's mom and dad for this. We're going to have a little bit of fun here tonight. Okay. So if we get $50,
I was bullied into this, by the way. Anyways, keep going.
It's reversal for once. You usually try to bully me. So if we get $50 worth of super chats, we will play a clip of precious little Jules singing her heart out from probably 3-4 years ago. I think
I don't even remember how old I was in that video.
But we're going to do that for you. So if you want to support the show, today is a great day to do that, please. So with that being said,
Terrified.
Oh
my God!
I guess Skylar really wants to see it.
4 seconds. We're not playing it right now. We'll play it at the end because it's going to derail this whole show.
It will derail the
4
show.
seconds.
So, Skylar, thank you. All right. So, if you want to see the second video,
there's 1 second. We just agreed to this one, and I didn't even
second
agree.
video. Is this like the JFK files? We have multiple angles of this.
There's just pure blackmail and more blackmail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apologies to the other guy who's in this video who's now going to be on YouTube. So
yeah, poor guy. All right. So with that,
Chris.
Oh my God! Nice. I should have set the bar higher. Fudge.
All right. So if you have any more video clips, by all means,
no.
Jules' parents, if you're watching, you have my number.
What else can we sell for super?
This is all right. I agree with California Cruising right about now.
Chris Martin, thank you for the $10 super chat. Appreciate it. Someone takes Skylar's credit card away.
Thank you. Whoever said that. Was it Cruising? Yeah.
That was
Thank
cruising.
you.
That was cruising. Jeez.
Appreciate
But
that.
Skylar, appreciate it, bud.
Merry Christmas to
let me-
us.
Yeah.
Not Merry Christmas to me. Next.
That's
I don't-
$100 super chat. Go right ahead, Skylar.
If we reach 200, then Puckguy will do that. Actually, no, I can't.
No,
No.
nah.
No.
Hey, if Adam Wilde can get away with it, so can I. And I washed my feet
Yeah.
this morning. So
That's
Hey,
good for you.
Hey, I guess there's a very low standard of morality now to be a congressman. So
oh
we
jeez.
can always go into politics after this because apparently you can do anything in politics now and get away with it.
Oh lordy.
So the San Jose Sharks,
Talk about this thing. I mean, this one kind of pisses me off. It's one of those games that you go into the break thinking, okay, there's going to be a spirited affair. You like the way in which the team played, in stretches against the Edmonton game. I think there were stretches where they got caved in upon. But to start out like that, and then for it to just kind of wilt, and then they kind of come back again, it was just frustrating to watch. It's just really, really frustrating game to watch.
I mean, yeah. You're not wrong. They have these like brain farts where it's like they'll have a span, like they'll play like 55 minutes pretty well, and then they'll have these brain farts. But the thing is, they're not a good team yet to be able to, like save those brain farts. No, because old Sharks and Canucks vibes, that they got blown out 10-1. So they did better than they did last year in that sense. But like there was just a few seconds where they brain farted. And
more
scores.
than a few. Like they had I just feel like tonight the defense just had a very forgettable night on the whole. I mean, Mook, I think we both were in agreement in the off chance or the off air that Mook had a really good bounce back game getting back into the lineup. But again, still leaves a lot to be desired on that blue line. And, they're not going to make good strides in their own zone until they fix that mess that's on the blue line. And that's just kind of how it is.
Yeah, I mean, I also want to point this out, and this is an excuse. They were missing Jake Wallman tonight. We have to mention that. That's by far been their best defenseman, like without a doubt, throughout the whole year. So yeah, I mean, I think that plus like their blue line tonight was like kind of last year's blue line, just with the addition of Cody Ceci and Timothy Liljegren.
That's like subtraction by addition.
I mean, is it better than Kyle Burrows and Ty Emberson? I could argue maybe Emberson's better. Also, I already see the comments regarding Will Smith. We'll get to him in a second. But listen. The 1-goal games are frustrating. I get it. No, Vlasic is not going to help this team. All right. And if he does, we have bigger issues to fry at that point. But like the 1-goal games, they also lost Eklund, like literally a period in.
Yeah.
You gotta think William Eklund helps this team like in some sort of fashion to, produce. And Celebrini, you have Celebrini there, but like Toffoli's on his regular scheduled cold streak, it feels like right now. So I don't know. It's just like they're like it's always that one bounce, that one goal that like if something goes in, the score is different. And I think that's what's frustrating. And to me, it's already an improvement from last year where we're seeing less blowouts. Like it's a step. You know what I mean? Like it's not the fun step, but it's a step at least from what we saw last year. We'll get to the interference call.
We'll get to it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. So the Sharks come into Vancouver. I think they've like one win in their
one
last
out of
14,
11. Yeah, something crazy like that.
Kind of the complete opposite of what it was a few years ago. After that whole Western Conference final in 2011, where the Sharks just dominated the Canucks over and over and over again. Obviously, the Sharks fell 3-2 in overtime to the Edmonton Oilers. 2 goals in 35 seconds did them in. Give them twice as much, you can get a third goal. Vancouver holding on to the first wild card spot in the West. Definitely drama going on between Elias Pettersson and JT Miller not getting along. At one point, Tocchet put them on separate power play units. They got reunited tonight. And yeah, okay, great, wonderful. But the Sharks would get a 5-on-3 partly from some stupid play by by the Canucks. I'm like wondering here, and you see the concern for William Eklund, as he did not return after the first period. He takes a blow there by Tyler Myers, and he continued on, which is quite interesting, as he somehow sets up, gets the 5-on-3 power play goal to get this thing going 1-0. Jules, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I mean,
for hanging in there, but you're concerned for.
I mean, I think it seems clean hit. Yeah, I think it was a pretty clean hit. Like, he just got Eklund, and that's like 6'6" versus 5'11". The 6'6" most of the time is gonna win. It was a clean hit. Props to Eklund for just getting up. I think he drew another penalty and then scored on the 5-on-3. So, good for Eklund there. I was not surprised the concussions spotter immediately spotted him and told him he couldn't come back, because I mean he did like get smacked in the face. So yeah, I mean, props to Eklund for getting back, and just what a snipe by Eklund. Like, I think people in the NHL sleep on Eklund just because it's San Jose and we haven't been good. But he's been the goals haven't been coming, but he's a key contributor for the Sharks night in and night out. And I think we saw that today when he got out.
Yeah. No, I mean, Jules, you're absolutely right. And I felt like he's really stepped up this year. And we've seen a development in his game that we didn't see last year, which is he's more physical, he's more apt to take a hit, more apt to, stick his nose in there. And I think you illustrated it perfectly. It's a 6'6" guy versus a 6 foot, that's what happens. And Eklund has a propensity to kind of tilt his head down. If I'm serious about it, when he's skating, he kind of juts forward just a little bit, and that extra little bit of an offset put the shoulder right into his head, and that's it's really unfortunate. So you got not only the initial impact of the hit, but then you also have the whiplash coming off the board. So
yeah,
it makes sense as to why he didn't finish the evening. Hopefully he doesn't have a concussion and it was just, a precautionary thing, figured, okay, give him the 3-day break or whatever and let him come back. But yeah, a little bit of a hold your breath moment after that hit was delivered, and good on Goodrow to come a couple shifts later and to really step up, because I think that was that accountability was something that kind of came later on the Macklin Celebrini hit a couple games ago. So I'm glad to see that it was. Hopefully somebody talked to the team about, hey, we need to respond to these very quick. So good on Goody, and that's why he's here.
Yep.
I will say I'm not sure if Punch even came close to Myers' face because of his size, but I mean, good for the response, absolutely, because you don't want them to think, oh, we can have liberties against the Sharks no matter what. We saw that years ago when Milan Mihalik got cheap shotted by Rafi Torres against Edmonton years ago, and there was no response from it.
Hurdle and Dustin Brown when he hit his knee, and nobody wanted a piece of Dustin Brown. So yeah, I mean, look, like a Tiger saying, only positive from Goodrow all game. Woof, he sucks. Yeah, but if that's all he does the entire game, worth it to me. Worth it.
Protect the children.
Yep.
Exactly.
So the Sharks lead wouldn't last too long as Brock Besser, thank you for my fantasy team, boo for the Sharks, ties things up. And then you saw the fight afterwards. You go into the first period, after the first period tied up 1-1, you're thinking, okay, not too bad. Not too bad. This game would eventually get chippy, though. You'd have hits by Delandria, on Teddy Bluger, roughed him up a little bit, and then Danton Heinen decided, I never fought in my life. I want to fight right now. And gets 2-5-10 for that. And then the Sharks would unfortunately just fall apart.
Yeah,
and
that's the best way to describe it.
And oh man, you get the tying goal at 16:42, Kiefer Sherwood from Bluger and Hoaglander. And then right after that, Elias Pettersson gets a goal 26 seconds later. The Sharks would challenge this, though, and I know there were some people in the chat talking about the goaltender interference call there. Jules, what says you on that?
What is goaltender interference? I'm sorry, just what is it?
This isn't Jeopardy. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, like, seriously, because I don't even know what it is anymore. Like, the thing is Askarov kind of initiated the contact, which I think it's why it got called back. If you look at it, I get where everyone is coming from, being like, so hold on. I don't know if so is that the but basically Askarov kind of initiates the contact right there, little below, like behind, but like, yeah, Askarov kind of initiates the contact, so I think that's why it wasn't called back. But also, like, goaltender interference changes by the weather. So like on a rainy day, it's one thing. On a sunny day, it's another. On a foggy day, it's another. Like, I don't know.
No, but you can see it here, and we apologize for our audio viewers. But I mean, Askarov is clearly middle of the crease. Garland's, bugging him, yes, but he's outside the paint. And then Askarov comes in closer, which I totally understand, to take on the shot from Pettersson. But
so in that frame, I can see how it could be goaltender interference, because like Askarov no way can slide over to go make the save. Like, he's blocked a little from making the save.
And I think that's what the Sharks were thinking, that it would be a challengeable call on that one. And they took a little bit of a time with it, which I totally get. And I honestly, I appreciate that it's, if it's something what is it going to do? Tiger's like, what is he supposed to do? Not in the goal. It's a bummer, but it then created another power play, and Pettersson again with a sweet shot.
I mean, there's nothing you can do on that shot. Like, that's just a sniper Rooney right there.
Yeah, I mean, it hit the bar before it went in. It had the ping, so it's like, I mean,
there's like not much you can do in that situation.
No, I mean, look, they wilted defensively for a good 15-minute span, basically. And you have a team like Vancouver who has all of that firepower, whether or not they're fucking singing Kumbaya. They're going to, if you leave them, an inch open in the door, they're going to make it wide open. Yeah. And, the team just was not good defensively. I think they also let Vancouver get under their skin. And I think, honestly, guys, Vancouver looked like the more hungry team. I mean, Vancouver looked like they were the team that has been under the microscope, and people are wondering where the heck this team has been. So, yeah, it sucks that the Sharks kind of ran into Vancouver at this point. But when you enter into Canada, it's a different beast, man. I think you saw it in Edmonton, the way that team plays in their own barn. Vancouver is very similar. And if you don't get out to a good start, and if you don't have a consistent effort, again, it's not going to be pretty. And you saw that in that second period.
You got one out of the two of that. You got the good start. You just need the
complete game is going to be the next challenge. And I think think there are a few missing pieces away from that, but you know,
Jerry, thank you so much for the super chat.
thank you, Jerry,
Appreciate
for
it.
the super chat.
Jules, can
Thank
you
you
get
for the
that
birthday
in a-
wishes.
Oh yeah, I got you. No, but like, listen, they're still 1 to 2 pieces away, in my opinion. Like, they're never really gonna get in my opinion, a consistent game with this blue line. I think, you know, this team is gonna go through its hot and cold stretches of winning more than we expect and losing more than we would like. But at the end of the day, like, this team wasn't projected to make the playoffs, and they have taken a step. So that's all we really could have, in my book, asked for. Like, next year, yes, I want to see them take a bigger jump. But again, this year, it's kind of riding with my expectations that the blue line is still hot garbage.
So that would be after 40 minutes. Third period, the Sharks would make a run for it from that classic goal scorer, Cody Cece.
Who?
Yeah, and Cody, I mean, with a nice shot. I think it
Mhm.
might have been deflected past Demko to cut it to 4-2, and then everybody's favorite punching doll. It seems like Luke Cunnin
Is
gets
he at 10 goals now?
He's at 10 goals now.
That's insane.
Trade him. Trade him.
He is
Trade him.
increasing his trade value by every goal.
I will call him out earlier in the game that
Was he the one not back checking?
yeah,
Yeah,
he you know,
I saw
his
that too.
controller disconnected, and that wasn't good.
No.
Especially considering how much this team loves to say he plays it the right way.
He was
He'll
definitely
be out
not.
by the deadline.
Yeah.
Because I think if the Sharks extend him, a few people might have a stroke.
Me included.
He has 10 goals. We hate on him a bit too much. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say that. We hate on the guy a bit too much as Sharks fans.
Maybe it's the
So,
reverse psychology, you know. Maybe
you know,
they're trying-
sure, but at some point the guy has 10 goals.
Right.
And, you know, at some point you can't just say he sucks every 4 seconds. Like, come
Jules,
on.
you're all about the goals, okay? You're all about the goals.
I'm not all about the goals, but I'm just saying, look at the stats.
As longtime Sharks fans know, in life, as in hockey, it takes goals to win.
Yeah, and yes, he makes some bad plays, but with Cunnin, those bad plays get amplified like 400 more times compared
Right.
to, you know, others on the team. That's all I'm
I
saying.
you mean like Will Smith and Macklin Celebrini having turnovers?
Will
when-
Smith also is a punching bag for this team. So, you know, both things. Will Smith's a completely different story, though, right now, in my opinion. But
not the least of which I think Henry Thun also took some punches with the hockey puck. And Skylar, I appreciate you sending this to me, but take a look at that shiner on his forehead.
oh, that's not pretty.
I just realized Macklin Celebrity charges $300 for cameo messages. We should crowdfund one for Jules.
Oh God, no! Please don't.
Oh
I
my
don't
god.
need a Macklin celebrating. I love Mac.
Wait, is he
but,
on Cameo?
Yeah.
No way.
That's a fun fact. Also, Tiger, Jesus Christ. Okay. No, I'm just saying. But do we want to talk about Smith for a second?
Yeah. Let's
Because
talk about
it feels like Smith was finding his game. Everyone calmed down a bit then got injured at the worst possible timing and is now back to struggling. Am I reading that right?
I think that's about on point with where I'm at with Will Smith this year, because I feel like when he's gotten consistent effort, especially in the third or second line, I feel like he's been effective in stretches. But I don't know how much we were really expecting out of him this year, and I don't think it does any good for his development to continually, shift his line mates around and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm a little concerned at the pace at which they're trying to develop him, and I wonder if he's better served maybe in the CUDA for a little bit. I don't know.
I've said this with Smith before, and I'll say it again. Like, the kid will just go down to the CUDA, in my opinion, and probably like light it up. And maybe that's what he needs for his confidence, whatever. But there's also a thing, like, we said this at the start of the year with Will Smith, it's the patience game. He's not a Macklin Celebrini. He's not going to come in here and, light the lamp up 21 times or whatever. Like he's not going to do that. His game takes a little longer to adjust. He has a little bit of the same problems as Eklund did at the start, where he avoids physicality and he'll, not pull off the hit or whatnot. But again, that's all just a patience game and him getting stronger. And now, sure, he might get stronger in the AHL, but also, I think the Sharks are sending down to the AHL might also like plummet his confidence. There is that game too with Will Smith. So I don't know. I just want to bring that out there. But you can all yell at me that I'm wrong in the comments here. Puckguy, thoughts?
Sorry, I'm working on
Smithy?
something here about Smitty. I love the kid, but again, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but it's like we sent Eklund back to Europe. We sent him down to the AHL as well. Give it some time. The thing is that again, the comparison, because it's a top 5 pick. Obviously, Celebrini is beyond what we would have wildly thought for it. So I just think it's.
I mean, it might come
tough.
time where they should just send him down. Like I was kind of avoiding it, but like I would not be surprised, and I also wouldn't be against it because I think it might help his confidence. But yeah.
But at the same time, though, I wouldn't be surprised if they send him down so we can get him some playoff time for the CUDA.
That's my thought. Like that's what I'm kind of hoping for. Like, listen, the CUDA, unless like they fall off a cliff, like completely, they should be making the playoffs. I think Will Smith, maybe don't do it to Macklin per se. I wouldn't send him down to the A and just for the playoffs. I mean, if they want to do it as a paper transaction come the trade deadline, go ahead. Like if they want to send Will Smith down and for him to like light it up with the CUDA with Ethan Cardwell, Daniil Gushin, Portorowski, like would not mind that. That team's in my opinion, in a way better situation than the Sharks are right now. So, if it comes to that point, that should be considered. And I'm glad they finally like moved him off the wing because he has, it's not, I think, as bad as his first few games where he just, I don't know. How far is Musty from joining the Sharks? Far. I mean, not that far compared to like a Dickinson, but like I still think he needs some time in the AHL. And I wasn't
he's still at
super
least 2 years out, right?
With his training camp, but
like right. I mean, like at least 1 year worth of development in the A is what I'm thinking for Musty.
Yeah, consistency with Smith would all. I've liked that they paired him with Eklund though. I will say that. I think him and Eklund can form some nice chemistry there, but again, consistency would be nice.
Guys, one guy that I looked at today was, I felt like Zetterlund, like it didn't bring it enough for me today. I felt there were a couple times where a couple shifts he really just was dogging it out there. Didn't get back to his own bench a couple of times when he had a good opportunity to make a quick shift of things. And still, I think he's still dealing with the injury, to his face and all that, and still going to play a little hesitantly. But I think he's a guy that I'm looking for a little bit more out of. And you notice that they broke up the Lund line tonight. So, they're trying to get some offense going.
Weird lines tonight.
Yeah. What did you guys think of that? Because I mean, to me, I thought it was a little bit of okay. Not necessarily that, but I was like, okay, you guys are trying to get Celebrini to go off. With goals.
I mean, it is his hometown, and like I get it, sure, but like, Granny should stay at center for this team, because I like Wenberg. I think though he's better suited as your third C, and you throw Granny on center with Smith and Eki, like you know what I mean, or just do the Lund line. I don't, and put Celebrini with Toffoli or whatnot, but like. Yeah, I didn't really love the switching centers and not having Granny at center.
Yeah. And King K408 saying, everyone needs to remember, this is year 1. patience. Warsofsky has
Thank
this team on
you.
an upward trajectory.
Bless.
Yeah. No, I don't. I mean, I don't think we're getting impatient. I just wonder, does that always help the development by doing this line blending? And does, having consistent line mates help develop a player a little bit better in the position that the Sharks are in now? Or does it behoove you to have the players play all with different line mates? I don't know the answer to that, but I
will
feel
say
like
this,
familiarity is good.
yeah, but I will say this, like, except for Eklund and Smith and Celebrini, maybe Zetterlund, like they haven't found like Celbrini's future line mate yet per se when the Sharks are competitive.
Yeah, although like Cherry F was saying, I think they should keep Celebrating and Kovalenko together. They had pretty good chemistry already. It would be nice to see them continue that. But again, it doesn't hurt to try different combinations. You don't want the one line together all the time because who knows if the one line will be together after March 6th. So
what do the Sharks have to lose this year? That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Worst comes to worst, we lose. Oh no, better draft lottery odds.
Yay.
Better draft pick, and we can, talk about a Matthew Schaefer or a Porter Martone. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
what do we have to lose? Let them play. Sure, that's what I was gonna say. Whatever.
Let the kids play.
I don't know if we got this one, but Amanda says, "Love you, Jules."
Love you too, Amanda.
With that, so before we get to the embarrassing one, we do have a video for Jules.
What?
Yes, we do.
Oh, the one of me singing or a different video?
Hang on, don't rush it. But just a really quick video from
I think my Wi-Fi is cutting out, eh?
From someone that is very close to everybody here.
Hello, Brainy here. I just wanted to say happy birthday. Martin, let me know that you're a huge hockey fan.
Where the fuck did this come from?
So
did you actually buy a Celebrini cameo?
$300 later, the thing. Okay, so all right, guys, start doing your super chats now. Come on. Okay.
Where the hell was that from?
Happy birthday, Jules.
Did you just edit Celebrini saying happy birthday?
The fact of the matter is that Celebrini just wished you a happy birthday. Okay?
I'm immensely confused if you can't tell.
He pulled it from somewhere.
Yeah, I was about
the fact of the matter is that Celebrini just wished you.
Hello, Brainy here.
What?
I just wanted to say happy birthday. Martin, let me know that you're a huge hockey fan.
My mom let me know you're a huge hockey fan.
Yeah, who the hell's Martin?
So
I love that. Thank you, Puck Guy.
I'm just saying. Look at that. Making dreams come true. If it were only William Eklund. William Eklund, get on Cameo, please. It'll be the easiest birthday gift ever for years and years and years.
I was just immensely confused for 4 seconds there.
Do you want to see Jules drool on live?
Oh, God.
But
no, I was just confused. I appreciate it.
A goal is a goal.
A goal is oh God, can I
Eric?
Okay, that's all I can handle. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Are you singing in English?
No, it's in Russian.
Oh, okay. I'm like, it's oddly vaguely familiar, but I'm like, not fully computing.
Brian, come on.
Listen, Luke Cunnin, give him less hate for fork's sakes, people.
All right. We're having some fun. Jules, shout out to your mom and dad for hooking that up. But we love you. Happy birthday on that.
Thank you, guys.
But it is December 23rd. It is Festivus.
It is Festivus.
So, Landi, I don't want you to take a whole hour, but air your grievances on the San Jose Sharks for you. We'll let you have a moment here.
So we may as well just go grab a drink.
No,
just sum it up, bud.
No. air my grievances for the Sharks. Okay, this year. I think I wonder at the long-term structure of the team and the way in which some pieces of old were jettisoned. And yes, there were band-aids that needed to be removed, but I think that there were still better ways to go about making certain trades and certain moves rather than, completely enriching a rival. So I think as big grievance, that's still pretty high on my list of this year's. But I think the biggest grievance I have is not giving consistent, I would guess, like a consistent chance to a player like Mukumadulin, where, to me at least, these maintenance days or recovery days or development days, whatever the hell they're calling them, I don't remember Marc-Edouard Vlasic getting those. You know what I mean? Like, Marc-Edouard Vlasic was just put on the blue line with Rob Blake and said, go get him. And to me, that's how you develop a defender and get him confident in his own zone and allow him to make mistakes in his own zone. I mean, why give that time to an established player like a Cody Ceci or a Jan Rutta, who we know what they're going to do, what they provide. And, at most their value is going to be, a 6th, 7th position defenseman, come trade deadline. So again, I understand trying to make the kids try and earn spots. You don't want to give away spots. You want to see the kids develop into these roles. But at a certain point, there's wasted development time. And I worry that something like that's going to happen. So that's my big grievance.
All right. Thank you very much, Landi. And now, besides Jules getting mad at me for airing that video,
I'm living my best life right now. No, I mean, my only grievance, okay, listen, I am more of a positive thinker than most on X or on this pod. So I'm not gonna I'm more positive minded. My only grievance with the Sharks, or not the only, but my biggest one, is the blue line. Mike Greer, if you're listening to this, I know some wonderful defenders. Please let me know, and they will probably play better than some of our blue liners this year. But just fix the blue line, because the minute the blue line gets fixed, I swear this team is gonna have so much more success. And I know that sounds like an obvious point, but you would be shocked about what just like not allowing one goal can do for a team, or blocking up the neutral zone better. So just the blue line as a whole, except for like Mukumadulin and Jake Wallman. The rest, and Timothy, I'm going to also add Timothy Liljegren in there. He's had his moments. The rest, goodbye. And thank you for your time with San Jose. Anyways.
All right.
And bless Sam Dickinson. Yeah, no, thank you. Sam Dickinson, you are awesome.
King K4.
So Sam Dickinson
on his way. Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm rocking a very vintage Sharks mug. Check it out.
Very nice.
This thing is from 1995 and my first visit to the San Jose Arena.
Nice.
Yeah.
Classic stuff there.
This is how far I go back. So.
When he was a very little baby, when the Sharks came into the league, he was only maybe a year old, I think. So.
Actually, we were conceived at the same time. So I may have 91. So come on.
So somebody in 91 slipped it through the 5-hole. All right. Anyway.
No.
Thank you, Dad.
There's a joke off air for that, I will say. As for me, the airing of grievances, this team is fun. I know. It's been painful. I think Jeff Adams, our good friend, said it's like the first time in 6 games where the Sharks had a third period lead, and we didn't have a third period lead, I should say, for first time in 6 games. This team is fun. They're going to only get better. Be a part of something special. It would be nice to jump back in and have to wiggle through the concourse at a full Shark Tank. But the thing is that like you two said, this team seems like they are getting close. They may not be there just yet, but they are getting close. And yes, I see you, Big Bird. There's nothing fun about losing. I get that, but it's not like we weren't expecting that this year. I mean, at least we already have what 12 wins.
Yeah,
we had
or 11, something like that.
19 last season. I mean, this is why I was enjoying those victories when we went 3-3 on the road trip, because this is all gonna fall apart. And look what we got coming back after the break. We got freaking Vegas. Tomas Hertl makes his return, and you're gonna have Calgary, who's fighting. I mean, all we need is freaking Devin Cooley to be in net just to piss off Ian a little bit more.
I need Ian on the pod for that.
So
yeah, right.
so hang in there. It's gonna be great.
We have
It'll be
another
freaking
super chat.
Another super
Okay.
chat.
Didn't mean to interrupt you.
Like
No,
a tiger,
no.
thank you.
Like a tiger, $5 Australian. Jules, happy birthday. Hope you get the woodish gloves, premium vodka, and lunch with Skylar's cute girlfriend.
We've derailed.
Hey, let's how about this year? Let's find Landi a wife this year. That'll be my New Year's resolution.
We're finding Landi a wife this year. Is that
All
what you
right.
just
So
said?
the Teal
Is that what you
Tinder.
just said?
The Teal Town Tinder shall start.
There you go.
You heard it here, folks. The Teal Town Tinder is going to be up very soon on tealtown.com or
Hey,
tealtownusa.com.
Hey, AJ,
That and the OnlyFans.
AJ, what do you think of a Tinder and an OnlyFans for Teal Town?
Hell no.
Yeah. You sure you don't approve?
Oh man.
So on next episode of Teal Town USA, we'll be going through candidates, boys, girls, all the
Yep.
above. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, stay
you're gonna
tuned.
have to you're gonna have to go through Jules. She's gonna be like my initial
I'm
wife.
doing.
Yeah, she's gonna
Jules
she's
the
gonna be
wingman.
yeah, no, she's gonna be like
not
the
be a
weeder.
wingman.
Yeah,
Oh.
she's
I
gonna
should
weed
not
out.
be the leader of the Teal Town Tinder. I'll tell you that much. We'll have someone from the Discord.
Oh dear Lord.
No,
Yeah, we'll
I
have
do
someone
not.
from the Discord.
Tyler
No,
vetting
no,
my
no, no, no,
date.
no, no. We'll have like a tiger. You've been nominated to lead the Teal Town Tinder. So and I won't trade Bordelot for that.
Oh,
so.
hell no.
Really?
Jerry.
This is not what I meant by Sharks fan.
well,
Jerry, thank
that's
you.
like
Appreciate it.
criteria number one is she has to be a Sharks fan. I mean, come on.
Oh man.
Big Bird, who is managing the super chat account?
Well, I mean, let's see. You got 60, 62, 67, 72.
Was that a real
74,
question or was that just like a
I
joke?
don't know. I'm just
70
curious how much.
and plus 5. Why is YouTube Studio giving me love? So kind of going through some of the stuff. Thank you, Shang. Thrown on the puck that hit him high, a couple of inches there. It could have been really bad. So I got pretty lucky. Honestly, didn't really see it, just kind of felt it. Pretty scary, but ended up being okay. Obviously, the nasty cut on his forehead because of it. Definitely, it's a big welt. That's not going to be fun tonight. Heading home from BC. Shang
Yeah, hell
also
of a
added.
headache.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a rough ride home. Warsaw had no update on Eklund, but we saw him walking on his own to the bus. Hopefully, no worse for the wear. We'll likely get an update after the holidays. They're off until the 27th. And should add, Warsofsky confirmed that Eklund did leave the game because of the hit, which is really interesting as to why he was staying on the ice during that 5-on-3 power play. That's
the call might not have come down from the spotter until a little bit later. So yeah, it could have been a delay there.
Yeah, obviously, Goodrow short and sweet on why he took much bigger Tyler Myers, his hit on Eki. Warsaw responded about that. I like the response from Goody. I think he stood up for a teammate. That's what we're all about here.
Yep.
Finally.
Good for the Sharks.
Celebrini mentioned that his mistake and bad play on the turnover he made led to the first Patterson goal on multiple occasions. It starts with me. I made a bad play. They go down and score. Can't let that happen. So, like taking the ownership responsibility. Again, I mean, yeah, they've lost 4 in a row and 4 in a row regulation. So if you're Team Tank, of course.
If you're Team Tank, you're like jumping up and down right now.
Yeah, because I mean they're the third worst in the West for sure, but I think they're right up there with and then you add Montreal for league wise. Let me pull that up.
Can somebody say Edmonton South? Another first overall? That'd be good.
Yeah. So Buffalo won. I know that comes as a shocker. They finally got off the schneid against the Islanders. Cam Isles Girl 3. I'm so sorry. Hang in there.
The celebrating kid is a bust.
But a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, the Sharks were 3 points out of a playoff spot at one time.
I know.
We'll just say this: they're number 31 in the league, folks. They're at 28 points with only Chicago 2 points.
Porter Mortone or Matthew Schaefer, you will be a San Jose Shark because it fills a D need and a right wing. That's the 2 last positions we're missing, D and RW.
So with that,
go get some D.
I saw that one coming from like miles away.
In case you missed anything, check us out on tealtownusa.com or
man, I timed that up like a one-timer.
Landi,
that was like Ovi.
Landi,
hit the woodish like button.
Oh my god!
Ooh, yeah. You get
when
those notifications.
We get wood. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
you again. Let me get through this. You can find us on wherever you get your podcast: Apple, YouTube Music, Spotify, TuneIn, iHeart, Odyssey. Of course, if you do like the YouTube, please hit that like button, that thumbs up on the way out the door. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and like these two people with wood on their minds, hit that notification bell so that way you know when we go on the air. All right,
you get notified when we get wood. Come on.
Oh my god.
Why am I here?
Landi, your final thoughts.
Oh Lord.
No, final thoughts. Seriously, I'd really love to get a win. In the calendar month of December, besides the first that we had versus the Capitals. See, full circle. Talked about Ovechkin, one-timer, Capitals, first win of the month.
Great segue there, Landi. Good job.
I'm a professional at this. Yeah, professional comedian. No. Honestly, though, really need to get back into the win column. I think the guys have been a little puck luck deprived, but I also think that they need to put together a convincing 60 minutes. And in the last couple of games, they've taken half a period off here, half a period off there. And when they do that against Connor McJesus's and the Vancouver Canucks, or the Vancouver Quinn Hughes, or whatever you want to call them, yeah, you're going to get those kinds of moments where it just kind of falls apart, and that separates the good teams from the bad teams. It separates a young team from a veteran team, and the team is learning, but it's crawling before we can walk.
All right, thanks, Landi. And now to the birthday girl, Jules. Your final thoughts on this evening, my wonderful, wonderful friend.
No, I mean, listen, like, they're a young team. Mistakes are going to happen, and that's kind of the motto for this year. Let them figure it out, because you'd rather them figure out this year before the expectations actually start hitting. Because the minute that Vlasic deal is up, I will be stopped being as kind to the team as I am right now. Because I think that's when they're actually gonna start being competitive. That's the like AJ said, that's the little tinker mark right there. So let them learn this year, because I'd rather them make these mistakes now than down the road, where they're gonna have more young players coming in. But if you have Celebrini, if you have Eklund, if you have Smith, if you have Mook, if you have Kags when he gets called up inevitably, if you have Graf, all figuring it out now, it's going to be a lot easier when the Dickinsons and the Musties and the Polkamps and the Holtnans and all those guys, because there's still more help to come. It's not over yet.
I think Eric has somebody in the background that can play defense a little bit better than Cody Ceci.
I have people.
Yeah, just stick out the inflatable. It'll be a shot block for sure.
Yep.
What was that, Jules?
I have people in my ball hockey league who can play defense better than some of these guys can.
Yes. Not wrong.
Yes, hopefully. Or Kevin Lacey, for that matter.
Or Kevin Lacey. Yeah, thank you.
Yes. My final thought is, gang, we've reached the holiday break. So
also,
obviously,
it's Puckguy's birthday on the 26th.
Yes, it's my birthday on Thursday. Jules's birthday is today. But in between that time, a lot of holidays. Festivus today, Christmas Eve, Christmas on Wednesday, Hanukkah starts on Thursday, which is probably the latest I've ever seen Hanukkah, and then Kwanzaa as well. So whatever you celebrate, we appreciate each and every one of you, and we hope you have a wonderful holiday season. We get a few days off, which is kind of nice. So we'll be see, Landy's really excited there. We will be back with you Friday night as the Sharks have Tomas Hertl return to town for the first time since he got traded, as the Sharks take on the Vegas Golden Knights. Boy, what fun game that'll be. You'll be looking out for that. And then, of course, Saturday night will be the Sharks and Flames. That's a Hockey Night in Canada game in up in the Great White North.
CBC.
But hey, I mean, tonight, this week, it's a national broadcast up in Canada. They were on Prime Video tonight, so
that would be Puckguy's birthday, not me. I am in May.
His birthday, it's gonna be May.
Exactly.
So thank you for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you. Back here Friday following Sharks and Flames. Back on Friday following Sharks and Knights. Saturday following Sharks and Flames. Maybe we'll be at the tank.
We might be at the tank. There might be friendship bracelets. Who knows?
Oh yes.
Stay
Landy
tuned.
might have a house. Finally,
Landy
in the
might
Bay
have a
Area
house.
again.
There's a lot of things coming at y'all. So hit that notification bell, hit that like button, and Puckguy wants to get out of here. You can tell.
My puppy Sturmy is like wanting to go to bed. Okay, so until then, keep it real, keep it teal, keep it real teal. Happy holidays, everyone, and we will see you Friday following Sharks and Golden Knights. Say what